Hey, Uncle. Just want to say congratulations on 10 years of ministry with Wholelife Church. It is amazing how far you have brought this community from Roseland Park to Governor all the way to Totowa, and the spiritual growth that has befallen myself and everyone that has chosen to follow into your leadership. So I just want to take a second to say thank you personally, because Sunday I didn't want to try to take away from anybody else's shine and saying thank you, and also I didn't really have my thoughts together. I knew I wanted to say something to express my gratitude, but I didn't really know what I wanted to say, so I took a couple of days to try to get my thoughts together, and even now I still don't know what I want to say, but I know I want to say something, so I just was like, grab my camera, speak from the heart, and hopefully the message I want to come out will pour out of me. So I want to start with showing you this picture. I'm sure you've seen it already, you've been tagging it on Facebook, but the significance of this picture may escape you. This picture to me has so much value, and it means so much to me. This picture showed me how God can bring everything full circle. And I say that because 28 years ago, you asked me to be the ring bearer at your wedding. And they may not sound like a lot, but to people, especially the bride and groom, the people who they have in their bridal party is very special. So for me, I didn't realize it then, but as an adult, I realized how special my role was that day. And for you to walk me down the aisle 28 years later and officiate my wedding, that just meant a lot to me. And it also, in seeing that picture, I teared up the first time I seen it, and it made me realize how much you have done for me in my life. And even when I felt like the family had turned its back on me and was calling me the bad kid and didn't want me to play in any of their reindeer games, you always seen something in me. Despite all of my stuff and all that I've been through and every walk of life that I've endured, you have always seen the light in me. So much so that when you first started at Wholelife, you reached out to me to be a help, to be a part of that church, and had faith in me that I was able to do whatever task you asked of me, even when I thought that I wasn't capable of doing it. But being in the church, I kind of started to feel empty, and it was at that time that I feel like I turned my back on the church, and I walked away, and I decided to indulge in a lifestyle of partying and drinking and being out late. It was terrible. But even with that being fact, with that being my lifestyle that I chose to live, anytime I came to Wholelife, you acknowledged me. You welcomed me with open arms. You acknowledged me in front of the entire church every time. You've never felt any type of shame towards me, or at least never made me feel like you was ashamed of me, whereas a lot of members of our family made me feel like they were ashamed of me all the time, which is why I'm so recluse and I keep to myself. But you never made me feel that way. You always made me feel like I was your nephew, that you were happy to have me around. You always treated me like a person. And it's amazing that, some pastors out here, and I've been to a lot of churches, they are one way when they're preaching, and they're another way when they're not. And I'm so happy to know that my uncle is not that type of pastor. That my uncle is the type of pastor he is now. He was that same person 10 years ago. He was that same person at Uncle John's house. He's that same person that comes to Newark, that comes to Patterson, the same person that used to have conversations with my dad. You've always been that guy, that man of God. So in closing, I just want to say, Uncle, thank you so much for being who you are. And I appreciate you for having so much faith in me and for everything you've done for me in the past, in the present, and far into the future. From the bottom of my heart, I just really, really want to say thank you. It means the world to me to have you in my life. It means the world to me to have you and Aunt Pam as role models for me and my wife in our walk of marriage. You know, before I let you go, I want to show you one little thing. So check this out. So I want to introduce you to my spirit man. You know, last year you preached about the year of manifestation and getting in tune with your spirit man, and it was after that sermon I came home and I drew my spirit man, and this whole wall is actually my prayer wall. There's only 2 pages on there now because I changed them out for new prayers for 2017. The old ones I put in the folder so that way when we get our house I can have a whole war room and I can put all of them up. This is the painting we did that night at the church. We hang them up here, and like I said, all things are working for my good is our life motto. Me and Jeanette, we live by that. So I just wanted to take a moment to show you that, so you can see that we take the lessons you teach us in church and we apply it to our whole life. No pun intended, but we really do. We make sure we keep God in everything. And for my wife, a person who has never had a relationship with God, she's never been a church-going individual, she loves Wholelife. She craves the word every week. She comes home and she reads her Bible. And when we go through stuff, she makes sure she reminds me that all things are working for our good. She makes sure she reminds me that I have an uncle that is a pastor who's connected to God. We've learned that blessings don't just come in form of finances. So when I look around and I see my God kids and the friends that I have and the good health that I have and the wife that God has blessed me with and my mother being in good health and my father still being in my life and them both being my best friends, I know that I am blessed. I'm blessed. My eyes are open to the ways of the Lord. My mind desires His teachings. And none of that would be possible without a good leader. None of that. And I appreciate you. And I want to say happy 10th anniversary one more time. And I can't wait to see what we do in the next 10 years. The best uncle. You're an amazing pastor. I love you. I love you, Aunt Pam. And let me say this. Aunt Pam, you are an amazing woman. Because of the woman you are, the strength that you give my uncle, and the respect and the love that you show him every day. It is so abundant. It exuberates from your body. You can see it visually. I want that for my life. I want that for me and my wife's relationship. I want to develop our relationship with God in our own right, so that way we can have something more than just possessions. We can have a spiritual connection, you know, and pour into other people as you guys pour into us. And I also want to say, Aunt Pam, that my wife adores you so much. And I look forward to the things that you help her develop within herself, because she's strong and she's amazing. But I think being connected to you, she's going to be more amazing tenfold. She's going to develop a confidence that she's never had, and she's going to take this world by storm. And I am really excited to see how she develops in her relationship with God and how she develops her relationship with you and the outcome of that. So we love you guys both. Me and my wife, love you guys more than words can express. And yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say, because if I keep talking, I'm going to start another story and get into a whole bunch of other things. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to shut up now. See you guys on Sunday. God bless. Happy 10th anniversary. I miss you guys already. We got to do dinner soon. I'm out.